Today we have a special guest with us. It is actually an honor. He's the first guest. We want to make sure this one is a special one because if we're starting something, we better start big. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
please introduce yourself, brother.
Well, my name is Saint Laurent. I'm bon créole Saint Laurent. C'est le cap avec Moïse, like Vetier, Champagne,
That's right.
mon bagay. Yeah, ça c'est moi-même. Et puis moi-même, I'm an accountant. On dit travail dans audit and taxation, mainly on the side. I operate like a few businesses of mine. Côté moi, fill taxes pour moon, do tax planning, and then bookkeeping and everything.
That's good. That's good. What about taxation or accounting that you like so much? You feel like, you know what? I need to know more about this field.
Accounting wasn't my first choice actually. Accounting wasn't. It was never a goal of mine. I knew I was good at math, but first choice was the army. Actually, I signed up for it. I just never went. Shout out to my boy Wishnight who actually went. Appreciate your service, my guy. I got into accounting because my guidance counselor actually put me onto it. She was like, "I've seen your grade in math. I think you should go to school for finance or accounting." All right, the first year I didn't know what to do. I went to Bunker Hill for like a few semesters and everything, and then after that, I transferred to UMass Boston. From there, I kind of like I kind of stuck to it, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was fascinating and everything, and then I kind of took it serious. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, it's been a blessing. I like accounting from then. So it's been like I'm glad that I chose it because it has taught me a lot of things that I probably could never imagine of knowing. You know what I'm saying? The tax code and everything on how to save people money, myself as well. How to save on taxes. So
So you mentioned you have like two businesses, and maybe you can flow more about those.
yes, I got two of them. The first one is CL and Associate Accounting. That's mainly focused on taxation and tax planning as well. And then I got Reliance Accounting, which I have with multiple partners of mine. We do bookkeeping services for people. For people who has businesses. You want to get your book in orders before you file your taxes, making sure everything is reconciled. Yeah, so we do that as well.
We're happy that you chose us to actually come on and explore the idea of business and accounting and numbers and taxations and all that good stuff. We appreciate you for that. So maybe you can tell us a bit more about why your business a great fit for somebody to be interested in.
The services that I provide, I feel like it's important, especially for us in the Haitian community. We don't really have a guidance on in terms of like finances. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the things I kind of like put emphasis on. Like, I grew up in a household. I was fortunate enough that my dad and my mom was educated. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with my aunt. Who raised me. My cousin was in finance and everything. I kind of like pick a little things from there. But I thought like, with the knowledge that I have, I could pass it around, especially us Haitians around, you know what I'm saying? Helping us understand the better way of like doing things financially, you know what I'm saying? That was one of the main things that I kind of like thought that my business, would actually provide a lot of light in certain things, to make people understand, the light of accounting, finances, taxation. We don't really put much, nous pas basa valer or something like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
yeah, and then at the end of the year, we got to scramble and then asking ourselves, oh, some did tax, the bagay sa, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, there's a new way, you could, educate moun yo, pale ou de kek bagay, if you ka kompran and di sa pi yo fe, sa pi yo pa fe ki ka ede ou nan fiti. So,
Okay.
it's mainly focused on the Haitian community, you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
that's what I'm mostly passionate about.
Li evident ke anpil Haitien gen kay tout ça, right? As far as tax concerned, si you gen kay, there are some write-offs you can do at the end of the year when you file your taxes.
The
Like,
first thing I would like to say is like a lot of people think like just because you have a house you can deduct the interest on the mortgage and everything, which is true. What people don't understand is like you have to know like whether you're gonna be itemizing or you're gonna or using the standard deduction. There's a threshold to it. You know what I'm saying? To itemize la limits allié indiqué once you meet a certain threshold, it will be more benefit for you to itemize rather than using the standard deduction, which is for Munki Sengo, it's around I believe it's around $15,000. I don't know the number on top of my head, or 18 or something like that. And then for people who's married, it's around 25K. Right off the bat, right now, We're talking about 25K as a standard deduction. So let's just say you make $100,000 in a year, and then you have a standard deduction of 25K as a married couple. You take 100 minus 25, for instance. So that reduces your taxable income to, let's just say, 100 minus 25. So that gives you around, I was
175.
75K. So yeah, you'll be taxed on 75. But let's say you single, the standard deduction is $18,000, and then you make 100,000. So you take 100 minus 18. But if you want to get to the itemization bracket, you know what I'm saying, you want to itemize instead, therefore you got to go find expenses that is worth more than $18,000, which is the standard deduction. Your expenses could mean, let's just say you have mortgage interest, which is one of them. You can deduct contribution. You know, if you're someone who donate a lot of money to churches, you could take that. And then if you're someone that has medical expenses, let's say if you're someone who doesn't have health insurance, and then you go to a hospital and then your bill is like $20,000, then you know it will make sense for you to itemize. You know what I'm saying? And then from there you could save money as you know, that's just for people who's a W2 wages people. But the best way out there, you know, for people who has housing, you know, and then you have a business. Let's say if you have a business, let's just say we're using this as a business, you know what I'm saying, your podcast, and
Mhm.
this is your business, you could actually deduct, you know what I'm saying, the space that you in, most of your expenses as a business expense, because that is a ordinary or necessary expense that you could actually deduct for your business. For people out there who's trying to save money on taxes, you know what I'm saying, if you own a business, those are the people that actually save more money on taxes rather than people who's actually like, you know, W2 wages employees and things like that.